Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is Sutton, Lisa Vanderpump, and Granville getting into it, they are getting into it. But before we dive in, I also wanted to make sure that you guys knew that we do self care and self love content on my channel. So be sure to check out those videos. And also, if you need more support, check out the description box. We have courses, a newsletter, a podcast, and more. So, with that, you guys, let's dive right on in. So, Sutton Stracke hangs out with Lisa Vanderpump in Paris amid Rinna's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills exit, aka firing, as Garcelle reacts and fans call for LVP's return. And this is in Reality Blurb. So Sutton Stracke shared a photo of herself and Lisa Vanderpump in Paris in the early morning hours on Monday. And right away, fans of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills called for Lisa to return to the show. With production of season 13 expected to commence sometime in the coming days, Sutton got the attention of many, including co-star and friend Garcelle Beauvais, who has also established a relationship with Lisa, as she enjoyed time in France with the series' former star. It's a really, really cute photo. It's on Sutton's Instagram. It says, "About last night in Paris, had a blast." Sutton wrote in the caption of a January 23rd photo of herself and Lisa at the Maison Russe restaurant in Paris. Now, this is the thing. Okay, it says, following the sharing of the pic, Garcelle offered the comment which read, "Yes. Love it, love it, love it." Now, this would have a couple of people shaking in their boots. First, it would be Kyle Richards. Obviously, we know the epic breakdown in Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump's friendship during Lucy Apple Goosey, the dumbest storyline ever next to Spaghettygate, with the demise of their friendship when Kyle really backstabbed Lisa. You know, she didn't have her back. She wasn't her friend. She threw her under the bus. She picked Rinna over her. It was just a big, hot, old mess. So I'm sure that Kyle is shaking in her boots if Garcelle and Sutton becomes friends with Lisa Vanderpump, and if Lisa Vanderpump returns and she has not been able to make amends with her. We know that Kyle has been very thirsty, really trying to get back in Lisa's good graces. You know, she's been posting, throwback photos of them from season 9 on her Instagram stories. You know, she's been doing the absolute most, but I think the problem is that Kyle has failed to just say, "I was wrong. What I did was wrong." You know, she keeps trying to say, "Oh, it was Vanderpump, it was Vanderpump, it was Vanderpump." She has her husband, Mauricio Umansky, out here saying that, Lisa's mean and she's rude and she's this, that, and the third and blah, 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 blah. Like, tell your husband to keep Lisa's name out of his mouth and maybe your friendship would have a chance to actually flourish, right? But Kyle hasn't done that. She hasn't actually taken accountability and just said, "What I did to you when you were my friend was wrong, and for that, I am sorry." She has not done that. Kyle never takes accountability for her own actions. She blames and she shames other people, and then she cries and plays the victim. What she did with Kim Richards, what she did with her sister Kathy Hilton, what she's done with Lisa Vanderpump, what she's even done with Sutton and Garcelle when she's been in the wrong. So yeah, girl, shake in your boots. You know who also should be shaking in their boots? Ding Dong Dorit. We haven't heard really nothing from Ding Dong Dorit. We haven't heard if she's coming back, if she's a friend of, what her situation is. But she also should be shaking in her boots because I don't think Kyle is really claiming Dorit like that, given the Mauricio cheating allegations. And also, Lisa Vanderpump and Dorit are not friends. You know, Dorit was right along with Rinna and right along with Kyle stabbing Lisa Vanderpump in the back. So they obviously had a big falling out because, Dorit picked the wrong side. Also, it's rumored that Ida Field, who is Robbie Williams' wife, is going to be a new housewife full-time diamond holder. And it seems as though she may know Lisa Vanderpump since Robbie is British. He's big in the UK. And as we know, Lisa Vanderpump is British and big in the UK. So I'm sure that they are shaking in their boots. All right, now let's keep going. Now, meanwhile, in the Also in the comment section of the Sutton's post, others called for Lisa to return to the show. "Oh my gosh, please bring LVP back to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with you," one person begged. Another suspected that Kyle Richards and Dorit Kemsley wouldn't be happy about the development, writing, "Kyle's head has just popped in Doritos. Can you hear Kyle? Wah, wah, wah. I wasn't invited. Now all we need are Garcelle and Kathy to be in this photo." That part. Icons. Kyle is furious, a third agreed, as someone else labeled Lisa as the MVP of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and said she needs to come back. "I agree. Bring back LVP," wrote another fan. And someone else said that with a friend group also established, Lisa's potential return to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills makes sense. Sutton and Garcelle pictured with LVP. That means there is a group that she can be friends with. Bring her back, they declared. "If only this would be on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills," another one added. "I agree 100%. While Lisa has teased fans about her possible return to the show, she has continued to shoot down the idea at the same time. Most recently, after actress Jessica Chastain requested Andy Cohen bring her back while appearing on Watch What Happens Live. Lisa responded to the couple of fans on Twitter who expressed interest in her rejoining the cast. After one tweeted, "I love Lisa Vanderpump, please bring her back. The place is just boring without her." Lisa replied with a pink heart and praying hands emoji. Then after someone else stated, "Housewives have blocked me over you, and I'm not afraid to be blocked again. Come home, it's time." Lisa shared a pink heart emoji. I agree. I would love Lisa Vanderpump to come back. I would love her to give Kyle a run for her money. It needs to be a reckoning. Now, it doesn't need to be something that is produced or over the top or drawn out like Meredith Marks versus Lisa Barlow in Salt Lake City. Like, when hot mic moment, we get it. Move on. It's not that deep or serious. Them feuding, I think, was a big reason why this season sucked so much. So I don't think it needs to be drawn out, but I do think that there needs to be a genuine reckoning between Vanderpump and Kyle. And that needs to be on TV, and we need to be able to watch it, and I'm 100% here for it. After that, if they want to be friends again, I'm with it. You know what? Life is short. You don't need to hold a grudge for your entire life, but also having boundaries isn't holding a grudge either. So I get why LVP would not want Kyle back in her life. You know, you can forgive someone without allowing them back in your life and without giving them another knife to stab you in the back with. So that I get, but at the same time, I think it would be interesting for them to have a reckoning and then see where the dust settles. Now, another thirsty individual is Brandi Glanville. Brandi, you're not getting a diamond back, boo-boo. Just let it go. Let it go. Especially if they have Ida. Why would they bring Brandi back in that situation? Absolutely not. But Brandi is still being very thirsty and very desperate. And now she's saying that, she's claiming that, quote, crossing Lisa Vanderpump led to her Real Housewives of Beverly Hills firing, addresses return rumors, and reveals which former co-stars she's in touch with. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum Brandi Glanville recently recounted her time as a full-time housewife on the franchise, and she claimed that former friend and co-star Lisa Vanderpump played a large role in her being axed from the show. While talking to Teddy Boring Mellencamp on her Brandi Glanville Unfiltered podcast, Teddy claimed that the audience began to turn on her after she tried to out Lisa for her role in the Puppygate scandal during season 10. Brandi, who was once extremely close with Lisa, relayed that she had a similar experience with Lisa after confessing to Kyle Richards that Lisa had put tabloid magazines in her bag during a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast trip in season 4. The magazine said that there was allegedly trouble in Kyle and husband Mauricio Umansky's marriage. Side note, a couple of things. Number one, the allegations in the magazines was that Mauricio was having an affair with a transgender sex worker. That's what the allegations were. I am not making this up. I am not saying this is true. I am not saying this is a fact. But the allegations in the magazines was that Mauricio was cheating on Kyle with a transgender sex worker. That is what the tabloid said. Now, Brandi, girl, bye. Just shut up, Brandi. Shut up. And I'm going to tell you why. You slapped Lisa Vanderpump on camera. You physically assaulted her. You popped her in her face. So don't act like Lisa Vanderpump is just boo-hooing over Lucy Apple Goosey, or boo-hooing because you wanted to be a mean girl and stab her in the back over, gossip and drama. You slapped her in her face. You popped her in the face. Now, if we are going to fire or call for Monique Samuels to be fired from Potomac for molly-whopping Candace, if we're going to call for, Mia to be fired from Potomac for throwing her drink on Wendy, then Brandi, you should not be allowed to come back. Not only did you slap Lisa Vanderpump, you popped her in her face, but you also threw wine in Eileen Davison's face. So you have been physically violent and assaulted two different housewives. So girl, shut up. Stop trying to blame Lisa Vanderpump for you being a mess. Is it Lisa Vanderpump's fault that you slapped her? Is it Lisa Vanderpump's fault that you threw wine in Eileen's face? So you've done everything that other housewives, other Black housewives have done and have been crucified for, but yet you think you should have the right to come back to the franchise? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Shut up, Brandi. She says, I feel you on, like, once I've crossed LVP, I was fired after that because I had lost my audience. No one liked me. I was the enemy, and I agree with you. Like, you can't win after that. I mean, I had other issues happening, but crossing LVP was pretty much the end of me, Brandi said. Is your other issues the fact that you physically assaulted her and you assaulted Eileen? Brandi has never wavered from her accusations that Lisa was part of the reason that she was let go from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Back in 2019, she took to Twitter to air out her even more grievances against the restaurateur. My truth about LVP is that she tried to ruin my life. She had employees trash my wine. She gave ultimatums on the show. It was either her or me. She conveniently lost her memory during my lawsuit, which would cost me all of my savings. So yes, she's my own personal devil, she tweeted at the time. Listen, you can't blame LVP for everything going wrong in your life. Like, you can't. It's time to grow up, Brandi. You really can't. Like, you really, really can't. It's insane. It's insane. Okay, in October 22, Brandi told Us Weekly that she believes she can lighten up the cast as the show has become Big Brother-ish. I feel like it's kind of turned into Big Brother, like where everyone has their final two, and that's not what I want to watch. I want to watch like real life things like happening and not like let's take down one person. Brandi, shut up. We don't want to watch you. You don't have real life things going on except for, in your own words, popping pills and drinking too much, blacking out, and rage texting your teenage son's teenage aged ex-girlfriend. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch a grown woman, another grown woman, cuss out a child. We saw that with Erica Jane, cussing out Garcelle's son. We don't need you also on the show cussing out other people's children. Okay? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Brandi's teenage son had broken up with his girlfriend. Brandi popped pills and drank, and this is what Brandi said. Blacked out and was rage texting this teenage girl, so a child. She was so freaked out, she posted it on her TikTok. So we don't need that. We really, really don't. Okay. Most recently, Brandi sparked rumors of a return after posting a video of her opening her hand to reveal a diamond. She says she knows nothing, blah, 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 blah. Brandi, shut up. We don't care. She says, I keep in touch with Lisa Rinna. Not a shocker. Misery loves company. I keep in touch with Kyle Richards. Same. I always love a Kim Richards, but we're not talking at the moment. I don't really know why, but we're just not. You're not talking to Kim Richards because you threw her under the bus to prove your allegiance to Kyle, Erica, and Rinna, because you thought that if you did that, you could get back on the show. But I will always love her, and I know Erica Jane is friendly with me. I know Sutton Stracke, she's friendly with me. But as far as keeping in touch, mostly just Rinna and Kyle. Yeah, we don't need you on the show. We don't need you on the show. You can go bye-bye, you weirdo. Now, this is the thing. I want to know what you guys think. Are you like me and you're like, listen, Brandi, I don't know why you think you have the right to come back to the show. You're lucky that you're on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. You know, you slapped Lisa Vanderpump in her face. You threw wine on Eileen. Again, these are things that other housewives have done that have been crucified for, but yet for some reason, everybody has selective memory loss and nobody calls you to task for those things. I don't know why you think you expect to get back. Also, we had Erica Jane, like I said, cuss out Garcelle's son, and then you were cussing out another woman's child. the teenager. We don't need that. We're trying to get away from you. And the fact that you say you keep in touch with Brenna and Kyle right there tells me we don't need you on the screens. We have Ida. We love her. We stand for her. I just feel it. I feel like she's going to be a great addition to the show. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about Sutton hanging out with LVP? What do you think about Garcelle co-signing it? What do you think about LVP coming back? And are you like me and you just want Brandi Glanville to shut the hell up because she has been violent and she has been aggressive? And I don't think we really need to see her hot mess self on the show. Girl, bye. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And also, check out our courses and our newsletter and our podcast and all the other self-love goodies in the description box. So that's you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go.